Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Awesome. Well, today we're tackling relationships.
Ooh.
Yeah, but not just any relationships.
Right.
Mature ones. You know, the kind that just work.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, so we found this really interesting article uh, about how to make relationships last.
Okay.
And they use this couple as an example.
Oh, cool.
Sarah and John.
No.
They're having like a big fight about money.
Money is always a tough one.
Totally. And the old Sarah would have totally just gone off.
Yeah.
Like blamed John, been super defensive.
Exactly.
But this time it's like she just takes a breath.
She just stops.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Right? That's what I thought. So I'm like, what's the deal with this pause? Like, what's the psychology behind that?
Well, when we sense conflict, our brains kind of jump into this like fight or flight mode.
Right.
It's like our amygdala, it's the part of our brain that deals with emotions. It just takes over.
Yeah.
But when you pause, even for a second, it gives your prefrontal cortex a chance to catch up.
Prefrontal cortex.
Yeah, that's the part of your brain that's responsible for like thinking things through, and making good decisions.
So it's like hitting the brakes before you totally lose it.
Exactly.
Okay, so the article calls this choosing understanding over ego.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. It's so good. But
What?
what does that even mean? Like, how does ego mess things up?
Well, ego is that part of us that wants to be right,
Oh, yeah.
even if it means like misunderstanding the other person.
So it's like you're more focused on winning than actually listening.
Exactly. And when you're all wrapped up in your ego, you can't really connect with your partner.
So basically, Sarah choosing to pause is like choosing to understand John's side instead of immediately shooting him down.
Right. And that's what shifts things from like a battle to a team effort.
I love that. Okay, so then the article gives three key takeaways for having this mature relationship mindset. And the first one is, well, what we were just talking about.
The pause.
Yes.
Yes.
Pause and reflect before reacting.
It's so simple, but so hard.
Yeah, especially when you're in the middle of a fight.
Totally.
So how do you actually do that? What are some tips?
Well, first you got to know your triggers.
Triggers.
Yeah, what are the things that really set you off?
Okay.
Once you know what those are, you can actually make a plan, a plan of attack.
Kinda. Maybe you have a code word with your partner.
Oh, so you can be like pineapple, and that means take a break.
Exactly. Or just remind yourself to take 3 deep breaths before you say anything.
That's actually really smart. I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
Okay, so takeaway number 2 is communicate vulnerably, sharing feelings without blame.
No, that's a good one.
It is, but it's also kind of scary.
I know, right?
Putting yourself out there like that.
Yeah, but it's not about attacking the other person. So how do you do it right?
Instead of saying you always do this, which makes them defensive,
Right.
you say something like, I feel hurt when this happens.
Well, that's way better.
It's all about owning your feelings.
And not making it their fault.
Right. You're just explaining your experience.
That makes sense. Okay, and last but not least, takeaway number 3.
Drum roll, please.
Seek solutions together.
Yes.
And the article really emphasizes focusing on the problem, not the person.
You versus the problem, not you versus them.
I like that. So it's you're on the same team.
Exactly. You're both trying to solve this puzzle together.
That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, one thing that really struck me about this whole article is that it doesn't say relationships should be perfect.
That's a relief.
Right. It's more about growth and respect and, holding each other accountable.
I mean, who has a perfect relationship?
No one.
So yeah, it's about learning from your mistakes and supporting each other through the tough times.
That makes me think of that part about showing up for each other even when it's hard.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like?
It can be small things, really.
Like what?
Really listening when your partner is talking.
Oh, yeah.
Or giving them a hug when they're feeling down.
Just being there.
Exactly. Just letting them know that you've got their back no matter what.
That's so important.
It is.
Okay, so I think the main takeaway from this whole deep dive is that having a mature relationship is about making a choice.
Choosing to understand.
Choosing to be vulnerable.
And choosing to work together.
Even when things are tough.
Exactly. It's like Sarah's pause.
It all starts with that one little pause.
It can make all the difference.
So I guess the question for everyone listening is, what's one small change you can make today?
To bring a little more maturity into your relationships.
Oh, that's a good one. And hey, while you're thinking about that,
Why not share this episode with someone you care about?
spread the love. And don't forget to follow Unleash You for more deep dives on relationships.
And so much more.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time.
See ya!